Well, welcome to Zag Talk Podcast Live. I am Guy Danhoff, and I will be joined with my co-host all the way from New Jersey with Michelle Huff. Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing great, Guy. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. All I can tell you is I cannot be more excited. I think everyone out there in Shape America land, there's going to be a lot of really cool things that are going to happen tonight. And Michelle, as you know, this is the Shape Nola National Convention preview show. And we're going to kind of run this, got a lot of guests, as you know. And what I thought we would start with, Michelle, I know this will be your first in-person national convention. So we got to start with you. What are you most excited about?
I'm just so excited to meet everyone in person and just to learn from all the experts in our field and the amazing professionals across the country. That's like what I'm most excited about.
Well, let me ask you this question. I don't know if you saw this on social media or not, but what is the significance of 1,107 days, including right now? What is that referring to?
The only reason I know this is because I saw Judy LoBianco repost your post, but that's the last time that there was an in-person National Shape America convention. So that's a long time ago. So we need to make up for the time when we get together.
Just to put things in perspective, back in 2019, when I was at the NFL Combine to K-Shape, that was 505 days. This is more than double that time that everyone from Shape America has been together. That's really, really amazing. And, to be really honest, Michelle, what I think I'm looking most forward to is the fact that we're not only are we all going to be in person, but I've also been privileged and had the opportunity to see a few things that are going on behind the scenes, and the amount of work the marketing team has done at Shape America is certainly from the executives on down. Stephanie Morris, obviously our CEO. But I think what we should do now, instead of us talking, why don't we bring on our first guest? And who would probably be most appropriate?
Who?
How about our president, Terri Drain? Let's bring Terri on. There she is. And Terri, just for the record, you are live right now. We are live, and you are live from New Orleans.
I am. I'm sitting here looking out the window at beautiful New Orleans. Been here all day. I am ready. Got my beads, got my mask. I am set.
So Terri, we want to spend a little time with you. What's it been like? Because we know that at times there was always question marks regarding, would this even happen, right? Because we've seen some things happen this past year. And kind of what's that journey been like for you since, you took over presidency virtually, and then certainly all the preparation that's gone in?
Yeah, it's been quite a year. Think where we were a year ago when we had the Shape Virtual. And to get to this point right now, who would have thought this virus would have lasted 2 years, and that when we said goodbye to each other in Tampa, we wouldn't see each other for, what was it, 1,107 days?
Yeah, 1,107 days.
And it's not just even that we've been apart. I mean, we've all had like really, really tough journeys, and we've needed each other. So I'm so glad we're able to get together. We need to have a collective hug here in Nola for starters. I am so excited to be back in person and to be here in New Orleans. Like, oh my gosh. As you know, my theme is We Are Shape America, which is one of the reasons I picked it, is I wanted to capture that feeling you get when you walk into the conference hall for the first time and you realize that you're part of something so much bigger than yourself, that you have thousands of people around you that share your passion. And so far it's had to be a virtual feeling. Well, on Tuesday, we get to feel that for real. So that I can't wait. My spine is already tingling for that feeling and anticipation.
And Terri, with that, tell us a little bit behind your theme, because I know it's got a deeper meaning now more than ever because of the pandemic, specifically why we are Shape America.
Well, it's SHAPE is our organization, started by a group of teachers 130 some odd years ago who knew they could accomplish more together than apart. It was all about collective action. Mm-hmm. And since that time, we've gone through a lot, but it's really our membership that drives the organization. And I am so honored to work with our volunteers and our staff, because I can't imagine there's a more committed group of people anywhere. than our folks.
Absolutely. And want to introduce you to our co-hosts, Michelle Huff. I know she's got a few questions for you.
I
Hey,
know.
Michelle.
I'm so excited to see you, and the fact that you're already in New Orleans. I know who to find as soon as I get there because I want some of those ingredients. And maybe that mask too. That was really good. So I just love the theme as well, Terri. I'm so excited to see you again in person. So glad I got to see you over the summer. But is there anything else that you want to tell our audience right now about convention and something for them to look forward to as well?
Well, first and foremost, on day one, Tuesday, there's our opening general session with like 2 great keynotes. We've got Dr. Jessica Bartley and we've got Breezy Johnson. And let me just say, we have a few surprises lined up for the general. You're not going to want to miss that. So be there Tuesday afternoon. So first and foremost, mark your calendar for that. I think you also need to check out the coffee talks. And that's something that, how the SHAPE virtual, we learned a few things and some things that are going to stick around because they were great. And coffee talks is one of them. So there'll be coffee talks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So check those out. I believe they're in the exhibit hall. And if I just want to throw one more thing in there to mark your calendars for, would be our Professional Excellence Awards on Friday afternoon, where we honor our esteemed colleagues that are so accomplished.
I love that, Terri. Thank you for informing us on that. I'll be sure to be attending.
Good stuff.
So Terri, we want to thank you for jumping on. We'll bring you back at the end. Okay, does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All
See
right, we'll bring on our next guest. Michelle, take it away.
So our next guest coming on here is no stranger to SHAPE America. It's the one and only Sean Nevills.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Hey, I'm coming after Terri. I'm your 2 guard over here. It's basketball season. Playoffs.
Sean, the last time I saw you, you had the boxing gloves on doing the keynote.
Ooh, I still got the robe back here if I need to put it back on now.
I love it. So Sean, you're the host of the SHAPE America podcast. Love it. Thank you for having me on it. And the chair of the EDI committee for the board of directors for MOSHAPE. So tell us a little bit about your role and what you're excited for in SHAPE NOLA.
All my roles. Do I need to go ahead and just take out a sticky note and write it down for everybody? But yeah, for sure. So I mean, for this conference this year, I'll be there on behalf of Special Olympics. So we have 3 coffee talk sessions, and we also have 2 morning sessions on Wednesday and Thursday. So check us out. See how you can become unified through Special Olympics programming. But also, yes, I am the voice of SHAPE America. Still fortunate to be able to do that and work with MOSHAPE. But to be honest, to me, every year, and for all of you, SHAPE America, especially when we come in person with the conference, is a celebration. It's a celebration of another year of all the great work our volunteers have done, our SHAPE America leadership done under Stephanie Morris. This is a celebration, and we're all going to be around each other, and we're going to enjoy each other's company and still learn something, have something to bring back to our setting.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
And Sean, are there anything that you're looking forward to attending yourself? Because when you're not presenting or doing your thing, what are maybe a few sessions that you're looking to get into?
I always get emotional with the passing of the gavel to see that leadership change, from one to the next, seeing our toys being honored. That's always an honor. But man, our general sessions are absolutely stacked, and you have to make sure if you're sticking around through Friday that you see the closing session with Chris Nickich, who's a Special Olympics athlete, and an Ironman competitor. So it's just going to be absolutely inspiring.
Sean, we just want to thank you so much for taking the time. Obviously, we love your podcast. I mean, it really is. You've done such a great job growing it. Certainly love the diversity of topics. No pun intended, of course, but there's so many different things that certainly you and SHAPE America do with it. So we want to thank you, my man. Yeah.
Appreciate you having me. And as you're traveling, there is one episode that just popped up. Stephanie Morris, she has her pre-convention one too. So check this out and check me and Stephanie's conversation on the podcast. Y'all take care and be safe traveling.
All right. See you, Sean. All right, Michelle, I think it's only time. I got to change a hat. I know you got to change a hat. Ooh. And this is one where this next guest is anchored in, and that is the hat he's probably most known for. And without further ado, we're going to bring in someone who knows a little bit about health moves minds as no other than our Kyle Salvo. Kyle, we're so glad to have you. You're certainly with MOSHAPE. There's your hat. You've been part of SEAL Team Fam for a few years now. And for those that don't know, Sean, I think it's legendary that there has been footage of you on the rooftop in the name of that hat you're wearing, Health Moves Minds. You've been on the rooftop. You've been certainly on the press. They've even New York nationally has taken streaming footage of you on your rooftop in the name of supporting and advocating for an amazing program called Health Moves Minds. And with that, why don't you talk to us a little bit more about that? But before that, talk to us because you just had an event at your school. Tell us a little bit about that before we ask you what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, so we finished our Health Moves Minds event probably towards it trickled into March, but we beat our school goal. So I'll be up on the roof again. Obviously, when the weather gets a little bit warmer and predictable here in Missouri, but yeah, we finally hit our $15,000 goal. So
congratulations!
Thank you. The week we get back from Nola, I get duct tape to the wall. That's one of the other incentives that we have at our school. So duct taping at the wall, and then I've got a pizza party to dole out, and what else? Some silly string. So we've got all of that wrapping up, and that's kind of like our final incentives that we get to do once all of our shirts came in. So yeah, I'm excited about that, but I'm really more excited about the national conference. This is my first one. It's definitely a common theme that we're finally back to being face to face. And I know that I always get kind of reignited. You know, another fire gets lit when I'm teaching, whenever I leave my state conference. So that's in November. So to have the national conference here in April, I'm truly excited. I'm blessed. I'm presenting. So this will be my first time at a national conference as well as presenting. So we are going to be talking about Health Moves Minds. We're going to be doing those activities. That's going to be Thursday from 2 to 3. I'm presenting with several fantastic people in the Health Moves Minds community: Anna Forsalito, Christy Berry, LaDonda Porter, and Angela Stark from SHAPE. So I can't wait for that. And then in Wednesday, we're also going to go with the one and only Stephanie Jumps. And that's going to be how to do a fundraiser along with Christy Berry and Tyler Eichus. He was #1 last year for Health Moves Minds. So he's definitely got a lot of good things to say and just how to motivate those kids. And he's a fantastic advocate for Health Moves Minds as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Cannot be more excited.
All right, Michelle.
Yeah, no, Kyle, sounds like there's a lot planned for you for your first SHAPE America convention.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I hope you're energizing up because I'm ready to learn some of the Health Moves Minds from you as well.
I'm excited. So we also have some coffee talks Wednesday and Thursday. Wanted to shout that out. Now, coffee talks, we did those a little bit at MOSHAPE, and they are such a informal. Bring your coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker, bring your water, your orange juice, whatever you need in the mornings, just go ahead and bring that. And it's a very non-structured discussion. Some people just want to sit back and listen to everything. Some people love to ask questions, and really the questions on those coffee talks truly guide our conversation on which way they go. So coffee talks are fantastic. I can't wait for those. So yeah, come on out. Bring a coffee, bring a water, bring a drink, bring a liquid IV to replenish from the night before, but just come and enjoy.
Awesome, Kyle. Thank you so much for coming on, and we can't wait to see you in Nola.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Our next guest, you ready for him, Guy?
Oh, I am. So I think I'm just going to keep my hat on for some strange reason.
I think that I'm going to keep it on too, because our next guest is Chris Daley. He is the chair. He took actually your position at MOSHAPE when you became president-elect. So the chair of marketing communications for the board of directors for MOSHAPE. And he is a fellow member of the Emerging Leaders Innovation Team with me for SHAPE America. So Chris, welcome.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Guy. How you guys doing tonight?
We're having a great time, my friend.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here. So thank you guys for the invite.
No, we're blessed to have you here. And I kept my Health Moves Minds hat on because I've been seeing that you had an event last week on Twitter. So can you give us a little sneak peek of how that went?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm actually teaching in a new district this year. This is my first time at this district. So I started a Health Moves Minds event, my first time running a Health Moves Minds event, and it just went really well. The money and stuff is great to help provide resources and equipment for my kids, but really I love the curriculum and the different activities that Shape America and Health Moves Minds gives you for being a member. And we also donated 25% to our PTA. So that was really cool because they do a lot for me and a lot for our school. So, and kind of like Salvo said earlier in the show, I have some things coming up after I get back from New Orleans. I've got some slime that's being dumped on my head and some different things. I've got a fourth grader that's going to be a PE teacher for the day. So we've got some cool stuff coming, and I'm really excited for next year's event because, I've kind of learned some things, and I've talked. Kyle mentioned some all-star people with Health Moves Minds. Christy Berry has been phenomenal in helping me out. Stephanie jumps as well. Luckily for us at Missouri, they're both in our backyard, so it's been awesome. And so yeah, it was a great event. And if you've never done it before, just try it out because it's amazing with the resources you get, and it is more money for your program as well. So
yes, thank you, Chris, for sharing that.
So, Chris, with that, why don't you give us a little sneak peek of what you're really excited about? Because I believe you got a few sessions that you and our very own Michelle Huff are part of.
Yeah, for sure. So this will be my second Shape America event. My first one was in 2014. It was called AFERD at the time. Guy and Michelle know that. And it was in St. Louis, and I was in college, so I got to go for free and help. And I tell you what, I'm really excited because from what I do remember, like walking into that exhibit hall, it's phenomenal. And I was just a college student at the time. And I think I was like a sophomore, junior. I was very young into my college career when that happened. So I didn't appreciate it as much as I will this time. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to, meet Michelle Huff in person for the first time. We've talked to each other a lot over the camera and on the phone, but, and then just like Terri, there's just so many people on this call that I'm just so excited to meet in person. Bob Knipe, who will be on later, he mentioned on social media today, hey, make sure we get pictures taken, and a bunch of people are commenting on it. And I'm going to have to create some room on my phone so I can take more pictures. But yeah, so I'm on the elite team with Michelle, the Emerging Leaders Innovation Task Force for Shape America, and we are doing a couple sessions. One that I'm really excited for is our speed learning session. And there's going to be, I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes about advocacy. We're going to have icebreakers during that session. We're just going to, it's just going to be great. A little snippet of multiple different categories. And then I'm also helping with another presentation where I'm going to talk a little bit about why joining your state association is important and how it can help you, for us Missouri people, level up your career, so to speak. Shout out to Dr. Patrick Fine, our past president there. So yeah, I'm just really excited. So I'm just like a lot of people have said, just meeting people in person. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Thank you, Chris. Like, honestly, the energy is already like I'm just can't wait till tomorrow and the next day and throughout this week. So we're feeling the vibes over here. So thank you, Chris, and can't wait to present with you and meet you in person.
Yeah, for sure. You all travel safe, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon. And so Chris had just mentioned Bob Knipe, so we might as well bring him on, right, Guy? He's our next.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Just unmute yourself. He's got to unmute himself, though.
The countdown is almost over, y'all. The countdown is almost over.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having me on, y'all. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, by the way, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's still settling in. Doesn't seem real. It was a big dream of mine a long time ago. And, thank God. Put people in my life, mentors and friends and family. Yes. So thank you. I appreciate it.
That's awesome, Bob. And I know that like you have the PE pep talk, which I love. It's always so much positivity. You're shouting people out all the time. So I can't imagine like everybody's going to be coming up to you when we go to Shape America convention because you're that head, the founder. So what are you looking most forward to throughout this convention?
before I get to my big three, I want to talk about PE Pep Talk real quick. The whole purpose of that project, why it started, was I was at National Convention. I've been privileged to go there every year for the last 15 years. But I sat there and I went there and people just fed into me. They filled me up and they said, you know what? You're important. What you do is so important in the lives of kids. And every year I get that, right? I'm privileged. I get to go there. I'm blessed, right? And so I get to be there. But what about all the people who don't? All the people in the trenches doing the work, right? Mm-hmm. That never get put up for the awards, that they're just doing the work day in and day out. And I wanted that message that what you do is important, to come to them. And so we started putting together these videos of famous people, Olympians, authors, and getting that message out to them, right? Because they couldn't be there for the hour talk in the general session that blows you away. Your mind blows up, right? So 2 to 3 minute snippets, try to get it to them. So yes, we started PE Pep Talk for that very reason, because we want our people to stay motivated to do that good work. So yes, thanks for that shout out for that.
Definitely. No, it really does motivate me. So I'm like,
oh, I'm glad.
Had to bring that up. So
I'm glad. So I got my big three for this week coming up. Okay. The first one is our Teacher of the Year program. Shape America, our national organization, does a great job of working with the state affiliates and honoring those who get to that district level and then up to this national level. That cohort of people, these are your rock stars. These are the people that are putting in the work at the state level. They stay engaged. Terri Drain right there is a perfect example, right? So the Teacher of the Year program is special for me this year because my rock star wife is up for National Teacher of the Year. She's Southern District Teacher of the Year, Rebecca Landon Abram, or Becca LA, at Rev PE. And so I'm super proud of her. We get a chance to spend this whole week celebrating her with the whole family up there. And Friday, the big announcement, right? Who gets that elementary, that middle school, high school health educator, the college Teacher of the Year, right? So we get a chance to celebrate. And this year, everyone, it's wide open, right? Not a special, well, it is a special event, but it's not a ticketed event this year. So everyone can come out and celebrate that moment. So Teacher of the Year is my number one. My number two, we have a standards revision in physical education. Mm-hmm. We want everyone to be a part of it. So we have open feedback going on. And at the convention, there are 2 sessions led by Sally Jones, one on Wednesday around noon, and I think the other one's on Friday. Okay, so if you can't make one, make the other one. Try to get there to both, right? This is the key. This is the backbone of the work we do. Okay, so standards revision for physical education, another thing I'm really excited about. My third thing is our physical education, teacher education, professional preparation, and the student special interest group, all the things that we're doing for our undergraduates. There are teams from universities 10, 15 deep coming out to our national convention. All year, we've been doing the Student Leadership Forum once a month, and it's going to be great to see these students in person and get them connected to each other, right? Because the relationships that we make at national, these are the people that we live with for the rest of our lives. This is our career. These are our people. So we come home to our family reunion every year, and yes, we haven't been here like we talked about. But now we get to come home to our family reunion and connect this next generation to each other, bond them to each other, so that they, like y'all are saying, we lean on each other. And so for their next 30, 40-year career, to be able to be part of that. So on Wednesday morning, I get a chance to do the Undergraduate Student Leadership Forum, first thing, 8 a.m. for our college students. So I apologize for that. I didn't schedule it. But then we also have coffee talks on Wednesday and Thursday for our undergraduates. And also, even if you're not coming and you're listening to this right now and you can't make it out this year, if you're a college student, you can get involved in the College Ball tomorrow night. Sorry, not tomorrow night. I'm leaving, so it feels like tomorrow. But on Tuesday night, you get a chance to do the College Ball. So put together a team, get registered, get part of that so you can get plugged in. So yeah, all the work with the undergraduates, the College Ball, and again, just getting a chance to see everybody and get those hugs. Somebody mentioned the selfies, but I'm a big hugger. So I'll be masked up out there, but still, I appreciate a good hug. So thanks for having me on. Those are my big three. Number one, the Teacher of the Year program. 2, Sally Mo Jones doing the standards revision and all the undergraduate student leadership work that we're doing with Shape America.
Bob, we appreciate you so much, and it's going to be epic. I know that I'll be working with you on some of the media, covering some of the things that you talked about. So can't wait to see you, my friend, on Tuesday.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, buddy.
See you this week.
All right, Michelle, how about that? Talk about energy in a bottle. Let's sell
I
that.
know. I think that's why I had to hydrate real quick, because he was ready to go. He's giving me those ready to go vibes. Like, I want to be there right now.
When well, I'll tell you what, you know this, when you work like myself being a college professor, when you work with those future professionals, you know, you have to have that energy level. So can't wait to see Bob. Our next guest, I got to tell you, he was talking about some people that are up for awards. Well, the next one we have, all the way from Indiana Shape, Alyssa Jackson is in the house.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Alyssa, we're really excited. You are the 2022 Young Professional of the Year in your district as well as your state. And what's it? I'm sure. How you feeling right now? Because you know Friday is going to be the big day to get the big announcement to see what happens nationally.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just excited. I feel so blessed to have chosen to enter this field. And I mean, there's so many things that the community just builds you up. And I mean, I'm just excited. I'm at loss of words.
I love your energy already. And like, you're so bubbly that I just have to ask you so since you're a young professional and you're up for this award and you already, you know, are blessed that for your district to have already received this award, what can you say to people out there that might be interested in our profession, but maybe on the borderline? What can you give them? What type of advice for our future professionals that are like, should I go health and PE or?
So something I really love about this field is there's endless creativity. And I mean, health and wellness is such a gigantic topic that you can make it fun in so many different ways. I never thought that I would end up being a teacher, let alone a health and physical education teacher. You know, I was ready to go athletic trainer. And I could not be more thankful for the fact that I entered this field, because I mean, they just really wrapped me up around it, from the professors I had in college who are wonderful role models to my student teaching experience, to Indiana Shape's leadership, to attending Shape Nashville and really being able to talk to professionals there. I mean, sort of similar experience to someone who was talking earlier. The people at national conference just build you up and hype you up so much. I mean, Scott Williams, I'm going to give him a shout out. I met him at Shape Nashville, and he was like, you know what? Like, you're not the future. You're the now. Like, you're affecting the now. And it was just like, oh, I make a difference. Like, I am young. I'm getting into this, but like, I touch students' lives every day. And there's just so many great things about this field.
So, Alyssa, I have to ask you the question, you know, what has got you so excited this year at Shape Nola? What are you most looking forward to?
Oh gosh, there's so many things. So low key or maybe high key, I really like to dance and definitely use Kids Bop a lot. And I saw that there were like several Kids Bop dance sessions happening. So, you know, we're about to get out there with Kids Bop. You know, those are the only lyrics that go through my mind now. But definitely there's so many things. There's a Tai Chi session that I'm super excited to go to, because SEL is something I'm very passionate about too. There's something about SEL and gardening, and in my school specifically, we're starting a garden and we're really making it student-centered and student-led. And there's so many sessions that I'm excited about, so many people I'm excited to talk to, and connections that I'm ready to make, because it all just wraps you up and makes you a better professional. So
I'm so excited that you love to dance. I'm going to have do some TikToks with you when we get to Nola.
Let's do it. Yeah. Marketing and team needs to get on that one.
Oh, we will. We will. So thank you so much, Alyssa. We really appreciate having you, and I can't wait to see you in Nola.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
So, Guy, are we ready for our next guest?
We are, and I just got to do this. You know, I got to rep for my team. you know. So the next one, I think there's no mystery where they may be from. Let's just say Missouri. So with it, Michelle, take it away.
Okay, we got Brad Brummel coming on here. He's the chair of member services for the board of directors for MOSHAPE, as well as a member of the Shape America National PE Standards Revision Team. I know Bob was talking about that earlier, so it's perfect, Brad, because you were a member on that team. Thank you so much for all the work that you put in, and you want to give us a little insight?
Yeah. What's going on, Shape America? Thanks for having me, Guy and Michelle. That's probably one of the things I'm most excited about. The Standards Task Force. We've been working hard for over a year now, all through Zoom. And so this is our first chance to get together in person. I feel like I know them. I feel like they're family. We've put a lot of time and a lot of work into what's been developed so far. And I'm just really looking forward to getting to connect with them. There are also other professionals in the HPE community that inspire me all the time. And I'm just looking forward to connecting with them, as well as my fellow district coordinators that I always just learn from, whether we're sharing a coffee or sitting down for lunch or sitting next to each other at a session. There's just so many lessons to be learned. And we have so many people in our profession that are just so successful. And so it's just so easy to grab a nugget here or there and to take that back to your district and apply it and implement it for the benefit of our teachers and students.
So Brad, with that, why don't you give us, I know Bob talked a little bit about it, but talk to us specifically, what is the goal of those sessions? And certainly people like us who want to be involved in that process, what's that going to look like?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So like I said, we've been working over a year, and one of the major tasks of these two sessions, Wednesday afternoon starts at 12 and then Friday morning at 8 a.m. One of the main focuses is just to inform and update Shape America membership on what we've done so far, what we've been working on, what's currently developed. And then secondly is to make sure the membership knows how to provide feedback. So giving them access to the feedback form. And then also there's going to be opportunities at the session for table talk and whole group feedback. So that way their voice can be heard by the task force. There's going to be several members of the task force at both sessions. And so we're just super excited to give an update, provide some information, and then most importantly, get feedback from the membership, because that's super important right now. We need everyone's voice, and we're excited to hear from the membership.
Absolutely. And Brad, is there any other sessions that you're part of other than that's related to the standards?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I got a full agenda just like everyone else. But Tuesday, I'm leading a active classrooms session at 11:45. This is great for any health educators who want to add a little bit more movement in their classroom, not only to benefit their students' physical health and mental health, but also their academic performance. And so this is a model that I've used in Springfield, Missouri. Have been blessed to train 11 full school staffs this year with an active classroom training, and over 60 elementary, middle, and high school teachers. And so I'm just going to bring some of those strategies to this session. And then if you are a PE teacher and you are interested in being that champion at your site, you want to share those strategies with your classroom teachers, come and that's kind of the second tier where you can take that model and take it back to your school. Let's see, Wednesday, we've got the national standards. And then also I'm joining a team of lessons learned for online PE. Springfield, Missouri has a very large online virtual learning school called Launch. And so we've created online learning all the way back in 2012, and we're sharing some of our lessons learned along with Florida Virtual Schools and David Dom. And so I'm excited to be part of that session. And then Friday, again, the national standards. And then Saturday, super excited, we're going to have a work day with the standards task force for PE revisions. So that's my agenda, and hoping to sneak in some fun in between.
Brad, you are one busy man, my friend, and you're also a father of 3 young ones, and you have an amazing wife. I don't know how you keep it all in check, but my friend, you could do a session just on that. We are so proud of you, Brad, and all that you're doing. And we just want to say thanks for taking the time with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Brad. All right. Michelle, before we bring on our last guest, I just thought, you know what? I don't know about you, but again, here it is. We've had already 7 people on, and there's so much just coolness going on at Shape Nola. And I want to give you a chance to maybe talk about our session that we're doing on Tuesday. Maybe you want to give a little heads up on that, and I'll take what I'll be doing on Thursday. So, want to talk about this Tuesday session that we have and what you're going to be doing?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, blessed that we are all here live right now on Shape America and the Zag Talk podcast. This is just like, I feel like a snippet of what's to come this next week. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we had everyone join us today. Excited to present with you, Anna and Shannon on Tuesday, storytelling. And I love how each of us have our own story and we tell it in a different way using different platforms. I know I'll be sharing my story through TikTok. Shannon has her own, and then I'll let you speak on yours in a minute, what you and Anna are going to be doing. I also am going to be doing a fit and fun sensory motor skills and session on Tuesday, and then joining Chris and our elite team for a few different sessions, the speed learning one. Super excited. We have future professionals that are going to be doing the icebreakers. So it's going to be great. And then, of course, I'm doing a Health Moves Minds one. So that's going to be awesome. And I'm also doing reaching your students through TikTok. So that's going to be another fun one that we're going to be moving. So Alyssa, if you're still watching this, and you want to move, there's not only Kids Bop, you can come join Michelle Huff from Jersey and we can learn some TikToks together. So thanks, Guy, for bringing that up. And you want to share what you're presenting?
Yeah, so obviously the one that we're going to do together on Tuesday, and on that one, I know some of the viewers right now may be very familiar with what we do at Missouri Healthy Schools with On the Move Missouri or On the Move Mo. We're actually going to show kind of behind the scenes of how we put together those 2-minute advocacy videos. And then obviously we're going to have you on, Michelle, to talk about TikTok, and then Shannon Milliken. I'll also be joined with Anna Forcelito, our MOSHAPE president, as we do a lot of work together on those videos. And the other session that I feel very honored and blessed to do will be a full-blown zagging session. I'll be co-presenting with Anna Forcelito as well as with Emmy award-winning videographer Alonzo Metcalf. And we're going to be doing a session called Zagging, using social media to engage with your community on Thursday at 3:15. We hope to see you there. I can tell you this, it's going to be a lot of hands-on practical applications on how you can, even while you're at Shape Nola, even advocate for yourself, your profession, and certainly this amazing profession and organization. So with that, Michelle, I think it's time to bring the show kind of to a big moment, and I'm gonna let her tell her big moment from a year ago. This story is so amazing. It is time to bring on Shape America's president-elect, as well as the president of NC Shape. I don't think that's ever been done before, but Dr. Kymm Ballard is here. She has got the beads.
Ready to go.
All I can say is you are ready to go. And Kymm, look, before we get into the questions, I got to start with this one. You got to tell everybody how you found out last year when it was announced that you were president-elect, because it was epic. It was awesome. I was in on it. It was the coolest thing in the world. So why don't you tell, obviously, everyone here at Shape America what happened a year ago when this particular dream in your life came true?
It was so funny because Jamie Sparks, I had, went to meet him when he just came on to the Department of Education, and just wanted to get to know him and let him know that I would be there to mentor him as a former state director. And if he needed anything, that, I would be there to help him, that I'd been through all the politics, I'd been through all the stuff, and, I would be there to help him out whenever we needed it and whenever he needed it. And so we became really good friends. And so for so long, we were just great friends and become closer over time. And so, of course I was very nervous about all this. And he FaceTime me, which was kind of weird because he usually doesn't do that. But I jumped on and he just started talking. And finally, eventually he says, well, it looks like the tides have turned a little bit. I'm going to have to mentor you. And I was kind of like, why? What's up? And he goes, because you're the new president. You're the president-elect of SHAPE America. And I just like, I had no idea. And so that's why you see this picture of me going with my mouth wide open, because that's where it stuck. It was good. He got me good.
Well, you can only imagine my excitement when he asked me, he's like, hey, can you post this for us? I was like, yeah, I think I can. On behalf of SHAPE America, it was just so priceless. Your reaction was like, seriously, like you thought he was kidding at first.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
nope, not
like,
at
no
all.
way. No, I mean, yeah, that was my reaction of shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kymm, with that, why don't you tell us from your perspective? Obviously, we know Friday is going to be a big day, but I want to over talk about that, of that passing of the gavel. And that is certainly, as Bob Knipe actually brought up earlier, it's certainly one of those special moments when that happens. But until all that happens, what are you looking most forward to at SHAPE NOLA?
Well, I can just say ditto about all the things that have been said so far. I mean, the sessions are amazing. And, I was trying to think a while ago, I started my first one in 1996 and I can't remember ever missing one. So that's like 26 years of
wow.
And I'm not saying I didn't miss. I don't think I can't remember missing one, but something in that, even if it's missing a couple, it's 25 to 26 years or so. And I keep going back. And so there's something definitely there. And one of my mentors, Larry McDonald, had asked me before, where does the giver go to get? Because we're all givers. Teachers are givers. You can't help it. That's why we go in the profession. That's how we know we're teachers. And this is where we go. We go with other givers to get, and we get from each other. And so I think that's the thing I'll look forward to the most is that feeling of unity and filling up my gas tank again, getting that rejuvenation to finish out the year. Because there's nowhere else you can go and get that, Well, I mean, your state convention, you can, but you just can't get it anywhere that you're not with other givers and people that are like us, that you see doing great things and great work, and you can compliment them and they can compliment you, and learn something, and you can take it back and do it, and it excites you. You see that drive like you did in Dr. Knight a while ago, and you see our students get excited. That's what it's about, and that's why I keep going back. So I love that. Feeling of unity, friendship, the people. I think that's probably more exciting to me than anything. And the unique thing about COVID was there was a group that started meeting on Friday nights, and now it's called the Friday Night Family Group. Yeah. And for 2 years now, they've kept that going. And Friday night was just a phone call, getting on Zoom and started talking, and it grew and grew and grew and grew to, tons of people, and everybody was welcome every time. And, anybody that wanted to get on could get on. And that group has become so close. And there's a couple of people that has been really unique to watch. And that's Victor and Sandy. Sandy is from North Carolina, and he has been, he's great. He's retiring. He's celebrating in New Orleans right now. Hey, Sandy. And he's been great. He's been doing stuff here in North Carolina. He was a trainer for us and done a lot of things. He's been kind of quiet the last, several years, 10 years or so. He's been getting his, doing his school, doing his thing. He jumped on Zoom, and he just kind of came to life. And he don't do technology. He came to life, and to see him as one of the older people, and Victor, who's one of the younger ones, and watch them mentor each other, really, it's been so beautiful to see something like that come from COVID. It's just beautiful.
They literally were in Jersey together, and I couldn't agree more. And it was from the Friday Night Family, and that's even how I met you, Kymm. And I remember having Thanksgiving together with you on Zoom.
That's right. I would have been alone on Thanksgiving. Yeah. And there were several other people that would have been alone. So, yeah.
And so it's so nice. And it's just built this camaraderie and like this whole next level, like between all of us, and I understand exactly what you're saying. And I'm excited. Sandy's already there. Like,
and he just retired. His last day retired from school, so he's there, like going crazy already. So that's fun.
So Kymm, what we like to do now is it only be fitting, right? And obviously we're going to bring back Terri Drain, the president. Here we have our Shape America president and president-elect. You know, Michelle, we'll just have a couple of final questions and then give them their parting shots. And you know, Terri and Kymm, you know, for all these, because I know there'll be sessions. I know the Leadership Summit's going to be coming up on Tuesday. I know that is something that I am very much looking forward to. I can't believe what was done that you all did for us, meaning all those president-elects and the, you know, EDs. And that's going to continue on Tuesday with the Leadership Summit. And, you know, Terri and Kymm, maybe you could give us a little bit more backstory to that and why at this particular time, Shape America has made this level of commitment, which is really amazing, to really pour into all the states out there. Those are thinking about becoming presidents, or even on the boards. So Kymm, we'll start with you, and then Terri, you can take that question. But give us a little more of that backstory about how this came about.
Yeah, so you know, we have been trying to reach out to the states more and to be more of a leader to help them be able to do more themselves and give them some guidance and to really be visible, to be there to support them, like I say. And they have been reaching out. A lot of states have reached out and asked for that support. And so they've asked for how to, you know, I don't have an example of resume or job description, for example, of an executive director, or we don't have a contract example, or what do we need to do about helping those minds? And they were coming to us about things. And so, as smart as Stephanie Morris is, she says, you know, we need to be doing more. And she said, so, you know, we started putting some things together and some ideas. So go ahead, Terri. Oh, you're on mute. It's not Zoom without it, right?
I was like so tired of that. Okay, well, the origin of that is, getting back to Stephanie Morris. I mean, due to her great leadership, we had a surplus in our budget. So now we get to start talking about, okay, so now what can we do with that money? How can we start adding things to what we're already doing? And so we're excited that this was something that we were able to do. And then talk about having a little bit of courage and making bold decisions. You know, we had to decide, because that's right when COVID came back and we couldn't do in-person speak out day. And this summit was supposed to be backed up to that. Like, what should we do? Should we do it? Shouldn't we do it? And then like, no, we are going to do it. Not only we're going to do it, we need to be face to face. So I think that was a courageous decision. It was a great experience. I know you were there. It's not just for state leaders. We have district leaders there as well. And we had invited our chairs of our Shape America program councils and task forces. And, you know, to be honest, we're all there to learn. It's not us telling them. We were just facilitating, and we brought in external presenters to help us understand things like bylaws and whatnot. So it's just great opportunities to grow across the board, no matter what hat you're wearing and what type of leadership you're involved in.
I took the information that I learned from too, and I had my first board meeting this weekend or yesterday, and went over those exact things, like what does a board do and what are the duties, and they really appreciated it. They were like, nobody's really told us some of these things before. So I learned a lot while we were there. It was good for me.
Yeah. So, and I just got to say, and I'm going to butt into this one last, you were there too, Guy. We had that opportunity to meet outside of the meeting room and really grow those relationships. And that's important too. And why we're so excited to be meeting in Nola face to face again, because there's just no replacement for that. I mean, Zoom was great in the interim, but I think we all learned that you can't replace sitting beside someone in person.
Absolutely. So what we'd like to do now is just give your parting shot. Kymm, we'll start with you, and then Terri, you can wrap up the broadcast. And, you know, this has been an amazing, exciting time. First and foremost, thank you for allowing us to do this. Like you said, it's just been a blessing for months working with Joey Martelli and the marketing team. And I know that, you know, you guys all weigh in on these decisions, but this has just been a really good time. Great lineup of guests, so much excitement. And Kymm, what's kind of, as we get ready now to be together for 4 to 5 days, kind of what's your parting shot as we get excited to be in person again at Shape Nola?
First of all, I'm excited to meet Alyssa. I want to meet you, and let me know. I could be a good mentor. Can I, Michelle? Yeah, I mean, I want to be there and of course meet people that I haven't met yet. I put a challenge to some of my Twitter folks that if I don't know you, in person, I haven't seen you in person, let's meet and let's get a picture. I want that to happen as much as I can, and to put faces with people, real faces. I want to start my, sort of theme that I want to go forth with. I've had some tremendous leaders. I mean, you think about how do you follow, the chair that Judy LoBianco put at every meeting, and that stood for every member that we had to think about. So everybody's going to get a little chair on my new board. And so we're going to think about members every time we're there, every time that we're doing it. We're going to carry that on, and then, then we have Health Moves Minds, and who can do tattoos on their legs. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I'm not going to do it. And then we have, stronger together. We're stronger together. Yes, we are. We are stronger together, and then, we are Shape America. Yes, we are, and so for me, I have to find something that's, really about me and who I am. And it's really hard to follow these people, but to start sharing the word about being a servant leader,
right.
Because I think we are truly servant leaders, and we need to be servant leaders and recognize and to remember that we're serving others, and we're serving our kids and all. At the same time, we got to remember to take care of ourselves first too. We got to take care of ourselves in order to take care of others. And so we got to find that healthy balance between the both. And I think that's going to be a core piece of my message this year.
Yeah, exactly. Kymm, that's awesome. And President Drain, you got the final word.
Wow, no pressure. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up real quick, but I just say two things: is maximize every opportunity you have when you are with someone face to face. Get as much as you can out of that interaction as possible, because to be honest, we don't know when we're going to meet again. I'm hopefully it'll be soon, but maximize that opportunity, because I think COVID has taught us to appreciate, to live in the moment. So let's do this. Let's live in the moment. Let's maximize the opportunity, and let's make some memories.
And as they've been putting in the chat, we'll see you all in Nola in the next few days, and we'll be adding on that bead connect, those beads. So for President Drain, for President-elect Dr. Kymm Ballard, and for my amazing co-host from New Jersey, Michelle Huff, I am Guy Danhoff. We want to thank you for watching this very special edition right here on the Zag Talk Podcast Live for our Shape Nola National Convention preview show. We'll see all of you in the next few days.
We'll see you there.
Safe travels.